Architecture 2 is a design-build studio that every spring works with a local nonprofit or public agency to design and build a small-scale architectural structure in the course of one semester. This semester we're working with the Connecticut Forest and Parks Association to design and build a structural and sculptural canopy over a concrete courtyard adjacent to their headquarters in Rockfall, Connecticut.
This has always been a really troubled space for us. I remember the first time I came to CFPA, I said, what is this, a driveway? Is it a loading dock, etc.?
Benefit to the clients are in some ways really tangible. They end up with an architectural product that is aligned with their mission. What the students get out of it is real-world exposure to an architectural project from beginning to end in one semester.
The structure of the class is called Research, Design, Build. So we start off researching, and we're divided into groups. There's the group that goes to the site, which was my group, and we basically made the plan of the site, and we talked to people at the CFPA to get an idea of what kinds of things they want to use the place for. And then there's the materials team, and they're in charge of figuring out how much materials cost, where we can get them from. And then we were separated into our two groups for designing.
And they have a week to put forward a proposal. So each team works for a week, puts a proposal on the table, and then those two teams stay together, but they trade models. And that goes on for 3 to 4 weeks before the final client presentation. So by the time the work is going in front of the client, every student in the class has had an opportunity to work on both projects.
I guess once we put it into
the most challenging thing would probably be coordinating with teammates, working with teammates, especially in the design phase where everyone, has something to say. Everyone wants to make the design something of their own. We would get into arguments about designs that would last an hour and a half. But I think what surprised me is that despite all of that, there are moments where just one quiet person speaks up about a design and then everyone agrees and then suddenly we're going with that.
One of the things that Professor Huge taught us from the beginning was that what the client says that they want is not necessarily what they want, but it's sort of a projection of what they actually want in architectural terms. So when they say they wanted a canopy, they actually wanted a place that people would go to. So at first started building the canopy, we started realizing it wasn't actually going to fulfill the needs that they had suggested.
So the client has gotten back with a selection, but with a whole set of conditions and caveats, etc. Dear Elijah and students, we're very impressed by the work you've done, and we're excited by the prospect of the end product, and we have a strong preference for team number 1's proposal for the snake bench.
I think my group was pretty psyched to win, but I mean at the same time it really didn't feel like we were winning anything because we all have to build this thing. We are in the middle of construction right now, so we've poured the concrete for the molds, and we've ordered the wood, and the steel has just arrived. So we're right in that place where logistics are really important.
Executing something is far more involved than sort of designing a model, and I feel like in school often people only get the opportunity to design but never actually have to realize and deal with the ramifications of their sort of initial design decisions.
I just want to say thank you for what is a fabulous project for us. This space has been dead space since the building was built, and I think in the 15 years I've been coming to this building, this is the first time I've seen this space used in this particular way, which is the ultimate example of why this project has worked and is going to be successful for us.